16-0, 14 finishes, 11 submissions, and a 2-division world champion in the biggest organization outside of the UFC. And you've never heard of him. That's who Reinier de Ridder is. De Ridder caught my attention when he submitted former 2-weight world champion Aung Song in the first round to claim the middleweight title. And then mere months later, he would step in on short notice to fight Aung Song again for the light heavyweight title and win that. De Ridder then defended his middleweight title in dominant fashion against the welterweight champion, and he defended his title today, but again, you had no idea. A fighter with such accomplishments should not be so unknown to the general MMA fan. I understand that the UFC is the biggest promotion in MMA, and there's an undefeated grappler dominating everyone, submitting everyone, and getting no recognition. So let's watch De Ridder's fight from today and break it down. And this is for the middleweight championship of the world. Something that confuses me with one is their hydration test weight cutting system. Their flyweight division is 135 and their middleweight division 205, like it goes up. Before we even start it, just some physicals on De Ridder, since you don't know him. He's 6'4". He's a big dude. Like I said, the hydration test weight cut thing, the purpose of it is so that fighters don't cut so much weight, which I love, but I don't know how legitimate one is with it, because there's some controversy with certain fighters. Do they even do the hydration test? Like, how does it work? They don't really put out a lot of information on it, but if it does work, then the idea behind it is De Ridder could make 185 if he went to the UFC, and he has fought at 185 before, but 6'4", that's as tall as Adesanya, and he's a beast of a grappler. Start off, he's southpaw as he always is, and this is something that you can watch any De Ridder fight. He likes to pressure out a southpaw and feint these front kicks, and he just wants to get right in your face and get straight to grappling. He wants to get right through your striking range. He doesn't play the waiting game and then timing a takedown. He just runs straight at you, basically. He likes feinting this teep because you got to back up. You got to back up or react off of it, or else he'll throw it and get you pushing back anyways. If he teeps you and teeps you backwards, then that's good for him because he wants you against the cage. He wants to grab the body lock. So you see him feint it here. Just show it, and you can see Big Dash with that parry reaction, but he is backing up closer to the cage, exactly what De Ridder wants. So De Ridder steps into range, and here he's going to look for a knee of sorts, but watch Big Dash set his feet and come with the right hand over the top. Boom! That connects clean on De Ridder. I was watching this at work because these one shows are in Singapore time, so the card started at 8:30 a.m. and this fight happened at like 11, so I was watching it at work and I was like, oh my god. I was planning on making this video and De Ridder just got KO'd in the first 5 seconds, but he eats that like on one leg. Boom, like straight chin in the air, eats it. Doesn't even wobble, just kind of moves him. So around 10 seconds of feeling out, which is pretty long for De Ridder usually, before he gets right back to a shot. So he throws the right hand just to put something in front of his takedown, and you see Big Dash is pretty ready for it with that underhook on the right side. Digs it hard, but this is exactly what De Ridder wants. Against the cage, and you see Vitaly, Big Dash, lock up a guillotine, and the commentators were like, probably just doing this to defend the takedown, because Big Dash is not much of a grappler, definitely much more of a striker, and he just throws this guillotine on just for defense. But you can see him, he sits with it for a second. De Ridder feels pretty comfortable here, but then Big Dash is like, I'm jumping this shit Dustin Poirier style. So he does. He pulls guard with the guillotine, and then again, I'm like, no way De Ridder gets submitted in the first round. I had planned making this video, and he's gonna either get friggin' knocked out in 5 seconds, which he almost did. But even worse than that, low key, would be him getting submitted within 30 seconds. And then I want to point out this funny thing that the refs do in one championship. Demetrius Johnson was talking about it in an interview. When they can see a submission is getting close, they do this thing and they point in your face and they're like, you okay, you okay, you okay, you okay? Like, they do this weird thing, and you'll notice the ref just points at him. But this guillotine looked pretty tight. But De Ridder is doing a good job trying to lean his weight over to his right hip and you can see him, he's trying to dig at the grip right here, but it's sunk in pretty good. And this is a better angle. You can see Big Dash has it obviously here, the guillotine, but then he has it around the arm, which is trapping de Ridder in place a little more. If he had it, the arm in front, his left arm in front of de Ridder's right arm, the guillotine could get a little tighter like instantly, but that would give de Ridder a little more room on that side to start like using his shoulder pressure to help avoid the submission. There it looks really tight. Like look how tight that looks. But de Ridder staying calm, calmly fighting the hands, and look, he has it right here. And right there, he's basically safe. He's still, yeah, but it's over here. And de Ridder passes it, and now he's in full guard. And immediately, as soon as he gets out of the guillotine and into full guard, he does something super interesting. Watch him posture up and elbow the body. That's super interesting. Like, just boom, because you're pushing on the face and then elbowing the body. Elbowing the body is something that you don't see at all. Like, that's never something that you really see. And then I think he does it immediately after. Boom. Just small, like, it's not a lot of effort, but that's good shots to the body with a hard surface, which is the elbow. After a bit of ground and pound in the guard, Big Dash, I don't know what he was trying to do with the leg here. Not sure. He kind of just lifted it up and then put it back. But either way, de Ridder goes to the other side, steps over, and oh, you see him actually grab the ankle and pass it. You can't see it there, but he has a grip on the ankle of Big Dash, and then he slides it underneath. There's a better look at it, and passes into half guard. Looking to settle on top instead of stand. There he settles, and he establishes the crossface right away. Tons of shoulder pressure with that left shoulder. He's got a really nice head and arm triangle. He's got so many submissions. He's just super lethal on the ground, from any spot, and you'll see that coming up. And here he's looking into passing to mount, threatening there. And he's just slowly getting, like here, look at his knee line. And this is just that black belt type of mentality where once you slightly get it, you leave it. Slightly get it, you leave it. But you're always just inching towards the position you want. You're not exploding to the position that you want. You're just inching your way slowly. Never going back in large amounts, but slowly itching forward until you get the position that you want. Good knee to the body there. Boom. That's really nice from half guard. He starts working over on that left arm of Big Dash at a Kimura of sorts. Got the grip that he wants already. This is de Ridder's foot right here. This isn't a great angle for it, but when de Ridder passes into side control, that's when Big Dash uses his a little bit of space to explode and get his head up and out from de Ridder. And de Ridder tries to jump on the back with keeping that Kimura lock. He kind of does. Look at this camera angle. Big Dash shakes him off of the top and now ends up in guard, in de Ridder's guard. A slight miscalculation from de Ridder, but maybe he wanted it like that. Because watch this. He has the grip on the wrist here and the leg over the top. A kind of awkward position. And he's got a knee shield here. Watch this. Wraps the arm around. And when you're looking at it, you're like, that looks like something he'd do for an armbar. But the arm's on this side. And the head is on this side. So it's like, what's going on here? It's kind of a weird spot. Big Dash is kind of still here. And look at these long-ass 6'4" arms. Or legs, sorry. And watch how he corrals the arm too. but he's locking up an inverted triangle. And then Big Dash is fucked. Ref realizes shit's about to go down. But that setup was so pretty. Like, he's got the wrist control. He's got the leg over on this side already. So he just has to whoop, and then whoop. Look at him launch up that inverted triangle. That is so beautiful from de Ridder. You can see him hooking the leg on this far side so de Ridder can't posture up, try and stand up on that leg and get out of it. Big Dash has to fall over, kind of flattened out, and at this point, it's over. He punches once, but he's out. And that is it. There's another submission win for de Ridder. I'd be really interested to see if he could make 185, and if he could, I think he'd give real issues to the UFC 185ers, because there's not a lot of good jiu-jitsu artists other than Andre Muniz, who's coming up. But de Ridder's size and his pressure and his jiu-jitsu, top level stuff. If he went and fought Adesanya right now, I don't know. I like his chances. So in case you haven't heard of Reinier de Ridder, hopefully this video helps educate you a little bit, because he's a beast. And thank you for watching. If you made it to the end, thank you. And peace.